Alright. It's alright to be itty bitty. Big old town, same old city. Let's do this. Button, button. Who got the button? Cool. This is just an audio check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 5. Gotta push the run button. Put my PS4 in a new location. I don't feel like it's in a great spot. Well, we're about to find out. Let's go to Twitch, twitch.tv/myname, and let's see if this thing is doing stuff. I'm all for it doing stuff. Oh, look, there it is. Let's see if I can hear my voice. Yep, I sound fantastic. Okay, don't need that open anymore. Let's go and get building. I'm going to mess up my whole camera view. Oh well, you got a little sliver of that over there. Oh, that doesn't help at all. Let's go that way. Cool. Cool. Need to build a little bit better of a green screen. Till then, let us build. Let us build. Okay. What we're doing... Oh, I heard sound. Hey, thank you for the follow. Fatebringer. Thanks, man. How's it going, Fatebringer? I love your name. I love it. The whole Destiny reference. It brings joy. Destiny 2 is coming soon. Super excited. Hopefully they bring Fatebringer back for that. Oh, there we go. Messing up the view again. Gotta turn it. There we go. Something like that. Fatebringer, but yeah, how are you doing? Are you a developer? Do you write code? Do you push buttons for a living? So I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Working on getting this stuff all set up here with my code. We'll see. We'll see how well that goes. But man, I am so stoked for Destiny 2. It's driving me a little bit crazy. Like almost to the point where I don't even want to play any games. I just go. 715! I've missed you so much. Where have you been? You missed messages? What does that mean? Like you just been missing like the notifications that we've been going live? And also, how are your projects going, 715? Alright, so I'm currently writing up the documentation for the Evently server. Yay! Found this cool website called Apiary. A-P-I-A-R-Y. And yeah, it helps us write documentation. I'll make it bigger so you guys can see what's going on. But got this cool markup language, and that translates it into this really cool API, and then you're able to test it. It's pretty neat. I program, but not much websites. Oh, okay. You didn't have chat open. What chat? Which chat are you referring to? Fatebringer, what do you code? I've been learning Angular and GraphQL. Nice. Nice. How do you like GraphQL? Because I just found out GraphQL is something that sits in front of your database. It's not a database. Let's see here. I'm supposed to put this link out. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here you go. Enjoy. Alright, we don't need that open anymore. Cool. And I assume you've been learning Angular, not AngularJS? Okay, so things that we have done. We got this guy, which says this is how you get the list of events. You can go evently.io/events. Why is that sliding? I don't like that. Make it stop. I like it. Get the data you ask for. Like What? Shoot me off. Like, send me an example of one of the requests you might make to the server. Are you always doing posts or are you doing gets? How does that work? Because you have to like send up like your own special query saying, I want these pieces, and so that's generally like a get request. But if it's like a long request that you're sending up to it, you gotta use something else. Anyways, I'm curious. What do you do? All right, so we got list events, create events, get event, update event, remove event, add participant, remove participant. Cool. Get event, update event. Yeah, I haven't really documented this. These guys are pretty lame right now. Yeah, just like that. Fatebringer. I'm in college for computer science. I've learned most of C and now learning C++. Awesome. That's what I started off with when I went to college. They're like, hey, you're going to learn C++. And I go, great, no idea what that is. And then I realized I hated programming. And then, like right after that class, I passed it with a solid D, as in David. And then I went up, I was going to go change my major out of computers, and somehow I was brought back to it whenever I discovered JavaScript, and everything made sense, and now I understand C++, so I don't hate it as much. So that's my story. All right, so whenever we do a create event, we send that off. Yeah, we post that. Here's the response to it. Cool. Which this is kind of like the same idea. We're going to get this. Why is it like feels wrong? Feels like that should be like right there. This is create. Yep, that's the body. And the response. There you go. That looks better. That was a little weird. 715 goes query, posts, ID, title. Okay, so you're saying like, here's the query, and I would like to get the posts, and for each post I'd like to get the ID, title, and author, and specifically on the author I want to get the ID and username. Or I get like this, a URL GraphQL query. Huh. That's pretty neat. But then how do you wire that up to your database? Like what database are you using on the back end in order to write these fancy queries to handle those crazy posts you're doing? Whoop. I'm sitting on something. Okay. All right, so we got that. Cool. Then we got the events. And we're going to do the get. So the get is pretty much going to do exactly this thing. So I want all of that. Don't want all that spacing, though. That's going to drive me bonker sauce. Do I even have to say body? Maybe I should. I feel like I should. I feel like this actually needs to come up here. Let's get request. We have the response, which is a 200, which is awesome. But then you got the body, which is that. Let's take a look. What did that do? There we go. And if that was gone, what does that do? Oh, it's not doing anything. Cut that out. It's like an implied body. I'm going to put it in there. 715 says, okay, whatever you want. How's it going with Evently? Evently's going good. I've switched up doing a little bit of things differently because we built the Discord bot, which is awesome, and then realized it was starting to get some traction. I put it up onto my GitHub repository, that Toothpick Factory. And ever since I put it up there, I got the server up, and then we started working on a client side we're building the website, so we're doing it in React. And as we're building this out, I started realizing that people were wanting this system, and they were going to want to start building on top of it, which was really cool. I was flattered that that was a thing. Anyways, so I decided, you know what? Let's try making our API server more official. And so by doing that, I'm trying to document the endpoints add in a way that you can generate a API token, and that way other systems can have a token to communicate with the server. And that's the only way you can communicate with it, is if you have a token. But that way, like, I don't know, if 715 or Fatebringer, if you guys are like, you know what, it'd be fun to make a Destiny 2 looking for group system. I could either go out and build a event system myself, or I could just use Evently and tie into it and maybe add some extra functionality. But too bad, I'm going to be doing that already for Destiny 2. I'm going to be creating one. But yeah, there's some sweet stuff you can do with it. Or if you're like, you know what, my local geek shop has a D&D night that happens every Friday. It'd be really cool. Or a Magic the Gathering every Friday night. It'd be really cool if they had a event system where they can people could sign up for different Magic the Gathering tournament slots. I'm going to build a really cool event system for them. Well, you can use Evently to build on top of. So that's the idea. I know that's a long explanation, but it's the things you can do with it. So anyways, that's why I'm expanding upon it. Haven't switched to another project. I have some cool ideas of things that I'd like to do. I think it'd be really fun if we found some interfaces of some websites or games. Like the one interface that really blows me away is Warframes. Whenever you get into there and you're opening up the different interfaces to interact with different menus, it looks beautiful. And we'll try to recreate those with HTML and CSS and JavaScript if it's need be, but see if we can recreate cool interfaces. I think that'd be fun. All right, cool. We got this guy. For some reason, that is slapped up tight there. That's fine. All right, so let's take this, because this is pretty much the exact same thing that's going to happen whenever we do this guy. And go paste. And he did not indent himself in like I wanted him to. Boop. Okay, cool. Let's take a look. That one. So that one, if we're just getting a specific event, should tell me, yep, you pass in the event ID, and it will respond back with the event. Cool. That's pretty cool. All right, updating an event, we'll do the same thing. That's the response from it, so just cool. We'll put the response down here with it. 200, I don't know if that's correct. I think a 201. Do you guys know off the top of your head what a 201 response is? I think that's like, hey, you've updated it. 200, I know it's successful. It's just for fun. HTTP codes. Yes. Let's go to the 200s. There we go. 201 created. The request has been fulfilled, resulting in the creation of a new resource. Ah, that's sweet. Okay. 200. Okay, successful. Accepted. No content. 201 created. Sweet. We're on the same page. Accepted. No content. Looks like they don't have just an updated one. That's okay. We don't need it. So come back up to here. What do we do? The create event. Oh, it does have a 201. They're already ahead of us. Cool. Update event 200. Unless you guys know, what's a good code for updating something? Because 200 just means successful, which is great, but that can be for a get. Like, hey, you successfully got something. I would like a more, yes, you did modify a resource. You didn't just get it, you modified it. So that would be awesome. All right, delete. 200. Yep, you successfully deleted it. That one, that's a good question. Whenever you guys use an API, or even if you're not using an API, just thinking about this. If you deleted something, so I would pass up evently.io/events/the ID 1Q2W3E4R, and I want to say delete. What do you expect it to return? Because it can just return back at 200 says, yep, we did it. Or you could have it return back some other kind of code saying, or it would return that code, but it can also have something in the body of like the ID. Like, yep, here's the ID I deleted. I don't know. If you guys have any opinion on that, that'd be awesome. I'd love to hear it. All right, so for delete, yep, you do that thing. 200, we'll just say it's successful. Post, this is going to be a 201, and what you post to it is going to be pretty lightweight. Goes the body like this. I have no idea. I guess 200. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming for now. It didn't look like there's any good codes accepted. Reset content, partial content. I don't know. Don't know a good one for that. All right, so we got the body here. So whenever you're adding a oh, this is delete. Sorry, delete. You're pretty bare bones. Down here, which we can barely scroll down on. Awesome. All right, on body, you were gonna pass in pretty much. You could pass in two things to it. For one, it does need a ID, so go the ID of the person that you're passing in, and that can be the ID, which is kind of like whatever you want. It's a string, 1Q, 2 this, blah 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 blah. Awesome. And then optionally, you can pass in the person's name. So you can do a name. And we can call this one, the name of this shall be Fatebringer. Fatebringer. You are now going to be added as a participant. Well, at least you are in the sample code. Congrats. That is not the response. That's what we're sending up. So what do we do there for sending? List. That's the request. All right, so we want the request. Add participant. Like this. And it is a body. Like this. Whoop. Okay, put that over there. This can be kicked down so we have some more space. And then for the response, it's 201 since it's creating. 201. Yes. It will respond back. You know what? I'm actually almost thinking that like the ID and the name. Like you could pass just the name and no ID, and it says, okay, I'll just generate one for you. But if you pass an ID, it'll use that ID, but it'll force that it's unique in this event. Cool. All right, so what's it going to respond back with? It will respond back with the full event. ¿Cómo así? Blah. So that's what it would respond back to us with. That spacing's crazy. Why would you be able to give a ID? Why would you be able to give an ID? That's a good question. I'm actually going back and forth in my mind why you would be able to do this. One reason would be, for example, in Discord, when we were making the Evently bot, you pass the ID of the person joining, not their name. Well, you would pass both, because the ID as well as signifying them as unique and actually made sense to Discord, because that's how Discord was able to look them up. So whenever I said leave event, it was grabbing the ID of me and matching that to the event. I don't know if you were a part of the stream whenever there was, it may have been you, but we got onto Discord and we created like 5 Riot Gear 66 accounts, and and we're all trying to join the events. I don't know if you're a part of that or not, and it wasn't happy with all the same names, so we made it unique, where you could join with the same name, but the IDs always had to be unique. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if you were there for that one or not. Also, welcome everyone who's in the room. Feel free to lurk. You don't have to say anything in chat if you don't want to, but if you'd like to, please do. We love having discussions. Whether you're an experienced programmer or just wanting to learn or just wanting to hang out, jump in. We're just here to hang out, have a good time. If you want to learn something, please ask, and we can dive into it. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, you spammed with so many Riot Gear 66 accounts. It was a good test. It was a really good test. All right, so here we go. The delete. So with the delete, this is kind of interesting. Add participants. It's posting, but it's not posting to anything. Participants. Where is that? What in the world? Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Good. Good, 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 good. Delete. Shoot. Because it's just like this. It's the same idea as that above. But you do slash participant ID. Participants. Okay, participants, and then this is participant. Whoop. Singular. I messed something up. Space. Cool. Cool. Why is it red? What did I do? Maybe it needs a space here. It's not happy. I apologize for whatever I did. Please forgive me. That one's black. That one's red. Events. Good. I don't know if red's bad, but... Oh, we got 7 semantic issues. What did I do? Message body set is expected to be pre-formatted code block. Separated by a new line indicate every of its line by 12 spaces or 3 tabs. On line 13. You want a space here? That didn't make it feel any better. What? So it goes, message body is expected to be pre-formatted code block, separated by a new line. Indent every line by 12 or 3 tabs on line 14. All right, so you want a new line here? Did that make it better? No. What is your beefaroni? Let's see here. Okay. Code block every of its line indented by exactly 12 spaces. Yes. I don't think I messed anything up. I'm really not happy with it. Like all over the place. That's its biggest grief with me right now. It goes, you can't do what you're doing. It's a little mean, but response 200. And it's not a huge fan of me doing that. Maybe it doesn't like the word body. Which is interesting. That doesn't feel right. I feel like it should say body. Because we could have it respond with headers and all fun jazz stuff. Okay, actually, in fact, it didn't even give a care that I did that. Body, do the array thing. This is a prompts line 35, another body. Okay, message body asset is expected to be pre-formatted code block. Separate it by a new line and indent every of its line by 12 spaces or 3 tabs. Do you want this to be indented further? And this too? Is that what you're wanting? What do you want from me? Alright, I have another window open here. I'm going to take a look here because we're using Blueprint. Blueprint. Wait, API Blueprint. API Blueprint tutorial? Yeah, tutorial. That'd be cool. Okay, cool. Group. Oh, look at that. Probably should do a group at some point. Resource. Okay. Pound, pound. Action. Pound, pound, pound. And response. Well, that's interesting. This action returns a 200 status code along with the JSON body. Yes. What's the dealio? Okay, they don't even have body. All right, let's give it a go. So they say, don't do this. And then, I only have 6 issues. Well, that's good. And if I bring it in, do I go back to 7? No. 7? 7. Weird. Why can't I say the body? Oh, it wants a space. Wow, this is very strict on what I do. Okay, well, that's what it wants. The editor wants what the editor wants, so I'm not going to fight it. And we're down to 5. Are they still working, though? Like, if I come into list events... Thank you, Semantic Issues, you're great. Yeah, okay, it comes back with the body. Alright, high fives all around. Alright, so let's delete this guy. For Semantic! Yay, we're doing better! Wait, that's the response. We want the response. Wait. Okay, we don't want that. But I want the request to have it. Yes? No. That doesn't feel right either. Okay, I'm going to fix some of these errors that I know. But one of these guys has to signify the body and the header and whatnot. Three, 2, 1, and it's complaining about that one still. All right, fine. Wait, what if I did this? How do you like me now? Still doesn't like me. Right. Okay, that's valid. But how do I signify the body of this thing? I mean, it's cool with it for some crazy reason. But, yeah, do that thing. But what if I want to say, whenever you make a request, like, for example, all of these, I need to be able to pass a token in. How do you signify that? That is the same repeated code over and over again. I saw something to clean that up. Let's take a look here. Taking a look. Okay, lame. Actually, I need some music, which I will go crazy. do this. Please don't be loud. Cool. All right. So we got the response. Awesome. We can put notes in there. Cool. Question. What's the question? Response 200 application. Yes. Give me that thing. Content type. Create a new question. You may have created a question. Question string, the question. Headers, location. Okay, so that's how they did headers, but the example returns a 201 status code along with HTTP headers and a body. Let's respond with. So that's how we do headers, body. Interesting. Parameters, UI parameters should be described. Describe the URI using a list of parameters for question it would follow as follows. Parameter, question ID. Actions. Okay, we did the actions. Hey, response 204 for a delete. The server will return a 204 response. Hey, okay, what is a 204 then? No content. The server successfully processed the request and is not returning any content. Okay, 204 it is. You win, internet. Get a little bit more semantically correct here. That's what I'm aiming for. All right, cool. We got that. Delete, complete, blueprint. Yay. I saw this thing that's kind of fancy. Let's see here. Okay, API blueprint, we did that. Metadata, format, API name, got that. Resource group, yes. Resource, we did that. Actions, we did that. Create a poke, new question, we did that. What is that? Choices. I don't know what those are, these pieces right here. Interesting. I want to try this. So parameters, URI parameters should describe the URI using a list of parameters. For a question, it would be as follows. Okay, I see what it is, because we are doing that. So let me just grab this whole dude. Come up here. So for simple one, this is list events, create event, and then get event. So I think I describe it here. It is not, still not happy with what I just did. Okay. It's actually event ID. Did it underscore? I wonder if that's better. Let's do it. Event ID. I'm always up for trying something just a bit different, just to see what it's like. Event ID. Hey, it's valid now. That's good. All right, ID of the event. Actually, it's a more like event GUID. Stop doing what you're doing. GUID. Event GUID. GUID of the event, which is just the ID. I'm going to be confusing the crap out of people. Screw it. I'm not doing GUIDs anywhere else in my entire application. We'll go back to IDs. Of the requested events. Requested event. Cool. So what does that look like? That's on event. If I go here to get event. Oh, look at that. Parameter, event ID, event ID. That's cool. It is not a number. It is a string. There we go. Let's not be ridiculous. Awesome. All right, so that's more describing what was going on there. Actions. Cool. Okay, so it still hasn't let me do query parameters. This song is great, but let's do something different. This song's called Shave It by Zed. I am not familiar with it, but I will give it a good 30-second try. Okay, JSON schema. Okay, API Blueprint Advanced Tutorial. Yay! Okay, action request and response bodies can have associated schemas that describe the allowed structure of the body content. JSON bodies are typically described with JSON schema. Given a simple JSON response body, we can describe the structure of the response with JSON schema in a schema plus or plus schema. Sweet mercy. The schema can describe the type of each member, which member are required default values, and support a number of other advanced features. Below is an example taken from the Polls API Blueprint. Cool. Teach me. Interesting. Question, type string, choices, type array, items, type string. Holy mercy, this is detailed. I don't understand exactly why we would want to do this, but I think it's cool. Is there a way I can do this globally? Because I use it everywhere. What is that? Is that actually a real website? I don't know. I'm going to Google it. Let's see. What do we got? JSON schema. It is a real site. Is a vocabulary that allows you to annotate and validate JSON documents. Oh. Go to the full thing. I'm curious now. Go. Or not. It is not going anywhere. Oh, I'm downloading things. Whoops. Oh no, it's opening something. What's going on? Open it here. Oh, Visual Studio Code. No. I've done bad things. Make it stop. No. It's still going. Close. I apologize. Let's try that again. You've all been there. You open up a file and you can't make it stop. Open it with not that. Visual Studio Code. Yeah, the blue one, not purple. Yay! Holy crap. What is this all about? Double rainbow. Okay. Schema. Type array. all of enums. Holy crap. This is cool. Description type. Exclusive. Minimum. Max length. Holy mercy. Okay, this is super cool stuff. I need to research it more and find out what is going on. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's close that. Cool. Well, you're really neat. I just found I was downloading a bunch of stuff. Cool. I'll learn more about you later. Okay. So attributes. Another way of describing examples and the structure of your request and response content is by using EMSON. What is EMSON? EMSON, like API Blueprint, allows you to use human-readable plain text to describe things rather than formats designed for computer parsing like JSON or YAML. I like JSON. It feels human-readable. Or I'm not a human. That could be true. Where API Blueprint allows you to describe your API, EMSON allows you to describe the data structures. How are you liking it? How are you liking VS Code? EMSON can be added to resource actions and individual requests or responses via an attributes section. Attributes. Let's see. Request, attributes, question, favorite language, question mark. Why is there... Oh, favorite... That's I get it. Choices, Swift, Objective-C, array required. Crap. I kind of like EMSON. I don't know. It's kind of like EMSON since it's a little bit slower. Yeah, tell me why do you love it before I start tainting you with why I like it. So customizability and does more than I could do in Sublime and Atom and does it cleanly. And don't forget, it does it for free. Don't have to pay for Sublime. Creating new questions in the polls API can be modded using EMSON. Choices, favorite languages, Objective-C array required. When the above blueprint is parsed, it will have JSON body and JSON schema. Example generated for it from the EMSON attributes. Note, however, that the generated JSON schema may differ from a handwritten one. In this example, the min items will not be set. Okay. I do that per request, though? That's fine. We only do that for one. It's okay. Let's try it. All right, schema, you son of a gun. And body. I want you to work this time. All right, so we got here create request. It's telling me I can do plus body. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do plus body, but one thing, they did have a space here. So does that fix it? Are you happy? Dang it. Son of a... I love how well the terminal works. Way more customizable settings baked right in. I love the icons. It detects my language on my page better. It auto-indates it more consistently, etc. Sweet. What do you love? Okay, the biggest one that I really like about it, that it has the terminal or command prompts built into it. My goodness. I went and found an Atom plugin for Atom, and it worked. I went through two of them to find the one that I really wanted. But the one that's built into Visual Studio Code is right what I wanted. Just give me the plain editor or terminal and we're good to go. The second thing I liked about it was with Atom, I kept crashing Atom whenever I opened up large files. Like any file that was like kind of bigger than a meg, or kind of bigger, or bigger than a meg, it would just die. Visual Studio Code is great. It handles it just fine. I'm not sure how it does it, but smooth. Yep, you hit the icons. I love that. What I really like is that front and center with Visual Studio Code is this. It's like shoved into your face that you need to get packages in order to make this thing awesome. Go get some community packages to make this even better. Did the stream die? Oh no! Oh no! Let's see here. Is it still dead? Uh-oh. Has me offline. How did that happen? Uh-oh. There we go. Let's see if that's working now. All right, cool. Let me know if that's up and running again. That's a bummer. I'm going to leave the video running now in a separate tab so I can see if that crashes again. But thank you guys for being really quick and jumping on that, letting me know that it crapped out. Sweet. Okay, cool. Well, let's try that again. Let's see if it does that again. Okay, I'm not sure when it cut out, but I was explaining why I liked Visual Studio Code. So one of the things I was getting into was that with Visual Studio Code, right front and center is this, the extensions icon saying, hey, if you want to make this thing awesome, you need to get some extensions and bring it into here. Atom, I loved Atom as well, but to get packages and such, it was a little hidden to go get them. All right, cut out when I was talking about the terminal. So yeah, I love the terminal. Great stuff. I love that that's baked right into Visual Studio Code. Another thing that I like about VS Code is with other editors, if I scroll down to the bottom of a file like this one, I would stop right here. I'll turn this off. Well, now you can see it. I would stop right there, and that's as far down as you could scroll. Visual Studio Code does that small little thing that makes it nice. I can scroll down past it. And so now I am working on the bottom line of a file, and it's in the center of my page and not way at the bottom. So that's a little nicety. Other editors have this too, but with VS Code, you are built right into Git, so it knows your changes and everything. Like down here at the bottom left, it might be hard for you guys to see, but it says I'm on master, the branch down here. It lets me know whenever I make changes to this file, how many things I need to put into it. Yeah, I mean, those are all things that are just right out of the box. And I'm sure there's more stuff I like too. But that's at a high level. That's pretty cool. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, or if you guys have an editor that you guys really like, let me know. I'm always interested in seeing what people are doing and testing them out. Mitt says the Rainbow Indents extension is gold. The Rainbow Indents extension? Send me a link. Curious to see what that is. Alright, so we were going to be messing with this guy, and goes, still hates me. Okay, message body asset is expected to be pre-formatted code block. Every of its line indents be expected 12 spaces or tab. What are you talking about? Okay, there is a giant gap here, and that looks like a small gap here. Alright. I will try it. No, it still hates me. Why? Whatever. I'm going to let it sit for a second because there's this other piece here. I want to put in the schema. Yes, doesn't like schema. Alright, you happy now? Still, come on. What's wrong with schema? There's the request. Here's the body. Here's this, which is wackadude. Does that fix you? Does that make you feel better? It did! Yay! We just didn't know how to do our spacing. When I say we, I mean me. I hold everyone in chat accountable too. I'm not going down by myself. Why is chat so slow? Oh, you private messaged me. That's why, Mitt. I was waiting for that to show up in my other chat. Alright. Throw this on over here. Whoop. Indent rainbow. Is it the dots? A simple extension to make indentation more readable. The extension colorizes the indentation in front of your text alternating 4 different colors on each step. Some may find it helpful in writing code for Nim or Python. Ah, I like it. You know what? I didn't want to throw a link in the Genpop. Genpop? What is Genpop? Here's the link though. Let's see if he gets mad at me. There you go. Oh. I don't mind if you do. Nightbot might have a problem with it, but I don't. I don't know what these songs are. Okay, cool. Hey, we got the schema in there, and we valid already. Cool. Alright, so got the schema, and that's coming into here. Alright, let's see here real quick. Uh-oh. I'm listening to a song called 404 Knife Party by Abandoned Ship, and they're singing about computers. And they keep making a sound like I unplugged a USB. Okay. So we got the schema in here, and we start defining it. So I guess we use that, the type object. That's correct. Properties. Oh gosh. Client ID. And it's a string. Second ID. And because we're crazy, we gave them the option to do a third ID. Third ID. Give them the option to do a title. Title type string. Then we got this slots. Slots, and that is a number. Number, and then we got a start time. That is a number as well. And then we got the owner. Owner. And it is a type object. Object. And I think I can just do what they did above. So I go properties. And we just go yes, do what is this? Oh, mercy. Okay, this is the ID. ID. Type. It's not a number. It's a string. Name. Type string. Whew. Oh, Gandhi. Alright, the next one is participants. Except they can't post that. Yeah, you don't post participants. You don't do that. So you got a webhook, though. Oh, mercy. Okay, and that is webhook. Type string. Cool. There we go. Now we've described what our payload is going to look like. Cool. What does that look like here? On create events, we got the requests. Bentley request production raw. Cool. Response. Yeah, we can respond with that. But where's like the rules? Oh, there you go. Show JSON schema. Whoa. Dang, you get really thorough with this. That's pretty cool. It builds up this sweet thing where like you can come in here and like, oh, how do I get the events? Click on this and goes, you call this. Oh gosh. I gotta stop dragging that. Get the event there. Cool. And then you can also test it out. That's what's pretty neat too. Is I don't want to go to production. I want to do a mock server, and I'll do just a JavaScript. What does that do? Oh, that's pretty cool. It writes out the query for you. This is how you request this. On ready state, this dot function go status this dot get all response headers response text. That's cool. What about another language? How do I do it in Java? Mercy, that's slow. Import client entity response media. Response is a response. Client target. Do the things. Dot request. Dot get. That's pretty cool. How do I do it in Node.js? Because I know that. Require request. Request. Do your thing. Call back. Cool. That is pretty neat. Let's just do it raw. Alright, and try. Is it doing it? Oh, call resource. So you can actually test it out here. Comes back. And goes to the header. And here's the response, which isn't... It looks magical, but really all it did is just splat this out right here. But that's okay, because it's the mock server. Which actually, I wonder, is that a thing? Oh my gosh. Let me... No. Oh my mercy. Give me that. I'm just going to hit it. Hey! Oh. Oh, look at that. I got to add a quote here. Thanks, buddy. Now I did this everywhere. Oh yeah, add another event because but it starts to get long. Maybe there's only one event. All right, I'll do it just for you. Because 715, you're worth it. I don't care what anyone has ever said to you in your life. You are worth it. All right, there we go. Client ID. This is coming from 715's client ID. In fact, that's exactly what the client ID is. Second ID. You don't have a second ID. This is going to be straight up just null. You don't even give it a third ID. Not sure what server it is that you're making 715, but it doesn't provide a ton of details. Creating second event. And for this, you're going to have just 3 people come to your event. And you're going to start at a time of owner is, well, we can't do, we're going to reverse the ID here. 902 517. And your name, since I don't know what your real name is, you can be Tom. All right, cool. Same thing. All right, let's try that again. Supposedly, if I just that's for, yeah, that should work. Biscuits. We have to save it. Try again. There we go. And I think you guys could hit this too. If you would like to try, you are welcome to hit it. I don't know what the pound is at the end, but you get it. Excuse me. Hey, Realm of the Geek. How's it going, man? Welcome to the party. Pilati, Bob Sturtek, and ACXROZ, and Sasside. Welcome to the room, guys. It's fast. Yeah, for their mock servers, pretty good. I'm a fan. There we go. So for our test data, it works. Switch back to the example. There's our body example. That's pretty cool. There are a bunch of query parameters you can pass on to the events, and I'm curious how we add that in. That's pretty cool, the schema one. I bet you there's some things I can put on that says it's required. All right, cool. Attributes. All right, we did that already. We just did the code version of it. Data structures. What about the data structures? Excuse me. Once you start using MSON, you may find yourself wanting to reuse certain commonly used or nested data structure components. This is possible with the ## data structures section. Attribute sections can then reference the data structures defined in the data structures for other resources by name. For example, using the Pulse API question collection resource, we can split out the question and choices objects. Well, that's nice. Did you just do this at the very bottom? Oh, that is awesome. But can I do that with the other way I just defined it, or do I have to rewrite it in your MSON way? Relations types. Plus relations. Yes. Oh, I'm at the bottom. We just got through the whole advanced section of this. Interesting. I like this idea, though, of moving it, but it's telling me that I might have to change it to MSON. The JSON schema is sweet. Hey, well, this is all for the experience. Let's try writing in MSON. Today, we're working on writing API documentation. It's very fascinating. We're using API Blueprint for the underlying schema for writing it out, and then we're using API or API API.io to write it out, format it, get a really sweet view of how it works, and then a way to test it. So that's what we're experimenting with today. I found out about it this morning, played with it at work, and now I'm streaming it. Alright, so let's try this. We do plus attributes on the request, and let's just take this guy as an example. You may come with me. And that was right here. They did schema, so we're just going to go. Bleh. Oh, biscuits. There we go. Played with it at work. Yeah. Well, that's the best part about... If you're in love with programming, like that's what you like to do, and you are a developer, it's great because your your coworkers, your boss, anyone will walk by your computer, see code on the screen, and go, "Oh, he's working," and just keep moving on. For all they know, like you are developing their stuff out, but you can kind of do whatever you want. And thumbs up if anyone from work's watching. But yeah, you look so much different than on Twitter. Yeah, I need to update that picture at some point. Would you say more or less handsome? Just kidding, you don't have to answer that. Alright, so questions. And Lehigh/Maverick, you don't get to answer that either. Alright, so questions, favorite language, what in the world? Interesting. Interesting. Another way of describing examples in the structure of your request and response is by using MSON. You look a lot younger. Thanks. Hey, take it easy, Mitt. It's good having you here. Yeah, hope to see you again tomorrow night, and we can just geek out about whatever. Another way of describing examples and the structure of request and response. MSON, it's like the API Blueprint, allows you to use human-readable plain text to describe things rather than formats designed for a computer, parsing JSON or YAML. Where API Blueprint allows you to describe your API, MSON allows you to describe your API. MSON allows you to describe data structures added to resources, actions, and individual requests. Okay. You have your own shirt. I do. Yep. And if you ever want one, you let me know. I have a lot of them. Our attributes, do the thing, create a new question in the polls. API can be modeled using MSON. Yes. When the above blueprint is parsed, it will have a JSON body and a JSON schema example generated from it from the Amazon attributes. Note, however, that the generated JSON schema may differ from a handwritten one. In this example, the min items will not be set. If you have such constraints, you can override the generated schema by providing your own, in which case only the JSON body. So we can do both. All right, so you'd come in here and go something like the client ID is an example of this. Oh my word. Let me do the thing. Horror film ads in Spanish are rather strange. Yes, they are. But hey, if you missed out what I just said, Realm, if you are interested in one of these shirts, talk to me. I do have a lot of them that are available. But send me some messages and we can figure out the details on that. That part is required. Second ID, it is not required. Alright, so we got this. It is not array. You are a string. Required array. Can I say string? Required, and this is a string as well. Oh, it didn't like that. Or maybe I was already having issues before I did that. Yeah, I was probably having issues before. Let's get it working before I start messing with it even more. There we go. Alright, it's cool with me now. We got past our differences. Alright, create event. Oh my word. Okay. Try. Response body. Alright, so supposedly we can remove that. All this fun jazz down here. Over here, second ID. Yes, third ID. Uh-oh, let me paste. Oh my goodness gracious. Your logo is slowly becoming invisible on your shirt. Yeah, it's the green screen behind me is slowly picking up the green on my shirt too. These are not arrays. String. Are you still good with that? Yep, still good with that. Cool. String. String. Not required. Cool. Then we go. Bleh. And that is title. Yes. An example title would be in the black zone, which, holy crap, is still broken. Rather off-topic question. Have you ever been scuba diving? No, but I want to. If you have free scuba diving tickets, I will take them. I don't know if you actually can get tickets for scuba diving. Title and slots. Yep, here's an example of 10. You are a number. And then let's come here again. Start time. It is also a number, and it is not 1, 2, 3. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. There we go. Cool. And then we got owner. And crap. It's like a whole different world. I bet. Do you scuba dive? They did this really cool thing back here. Crap. How do you do an object with Emson? What do you do? Somebody sent me a link. There we go. Emson. That's cool. Rendered markdown. Product. ID. Interesting. Whoa. I just went on my first dive yesterday, and now in the process of getting certified so I can dive whenever slash wherever. It really is just awesome seeing all the fish. And when you see a shark, it's pretty horrifying. Yeah, cool to see. Yes. I think everyone should have a natural fear of sharks. At least I do. Alright, it's JSON schema. Tags. Yeah. Quick links. Objects and arrays. That's what I want. By default, a markdown list nested object structure. Address. It's an array. Interesting. I really don't get how my dad's gone. My dad's gone free diving with great whites. Jeez, that must be horrifying. Have you seen Gitbook? No. What's Gitbook? Ugh. Alright, so apparently you don't do that. So what you're telling me is there's a chance. I'm doing dashes. I do plus signs and I do colon. And you're telling me don't do colon. I feel like I'm getting mixed signals here. Alternately, you could use Hmm. I'm curious to see even if this works. Gitbook is documentation made easy. I've never really used it. I should look into it. That seems like a cool thing. Attribute, we got that. JSON, yes. I feel like that didn't work. Did that help? Yes. Still nothing in the properties. They did plus signs. Alright, I got a crazy idea here. No body. Because that's kind of what we're doing. We're just describing the body. Alright, let's see. What did that do? So this is still on a crit event on a post. So there we go. We got that stuff there. Which is cool. How does it still have owner? I feel like this thing is not reflecting my changes. I feel like I broke it. We broke the internet. Oh no. Please work. How did you come up with Toothpick Factory? It's so unique. I came up with it probably back when I was 12, I think. What it was is my buddies and I just got done having lunch or something, and I had a toothpick. And as I was holding the toothpick, I thought to myself, I wonder what the toothpick factory's like. Like, it's just this giant factory that's taking these huge logs in and cutting them up to just produce these little tiny toothpicks. And I was thinking to myself, you know what, it's probably a front. They're probably doing something else shady in the background. Or they're doing something else in there besides making toothpicks. Anyways, that's where the idea of Toothpick Factory came from, is from that deep thought. So anyways, I took it, and I've claimed it as my own. My business license is actually under the word Toothpick Factory. Man, this attributes thing is cool, but it is not working. I just want you to work. And it locks up. So the attribute things is cool, but it is not working. I like Realm of the Geek. I think it's pretty cool. Alright. Try this again. Close this. Oh my word, it locks up. I wonder if this thing has a bad memory leak. Because that locks up pretty often. Oh, rest in peace. You blessed internet. You've had a hard day. I did just get my Raspberry Pi up and running with RetroPie. We just got a bunch of games on that, so we've been playing that. I forgot how fun Pilot Wings on Super Nintendo is. Very frustrating, but it's a lot of fun. Alright, this attributes thing is kicking my butt. Oh, biscuits. Go back. Go back. There we go. I finally figured out how to make a custom 404 page today, so that's pretty cool in my eyes. It is! But can you find it? It's a 404 joke. It's two spaces, two spaces. All right. Some people are telling me to do dashes. Some are saying do the plus sign. I'm going to do dashes. I'm just kind of trying. Whatever. Oh, gosh. Dang it. It locked up again. All right. Preview. You are cool, but you're causing problems. Please stop. All right. You are now dashes. Congratulations. Huh. Palati, welcome to the room. And your first comment was, you gotta please excuse Nightbot. He's kind of a jerk. Blumenberg.com 404. That is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't look away. Do you have multi-monitor set up? I do. I have 2 monitors set up. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna see, does this work? Prevent. Shot found. Better kill yourself. That is intense. That's so boring. That put a smile on my face. I'm probably gonna save that and use it elsewhere. In fact, just real quick, because that makes me super happy. Oh no! No! No, I don't want to do anything that you're asking me to do. Stop. Right click, inspect. There's that div, and there's the GIF. So I go right click, open a new tab, close this. You can drag it to the desktop or right click, save image as. .404 slap. That makes me super happy. There we go. I have officially thieved it. Oh, yes, I do use an ad blocker. And I am not ashamed of it. Very proud of it, actually. Okay, so this attributes thing is not... It's not giving a royal crap about it. That's fine. Get rid of it for now. And we've got like the basics of this API set up. I mean, like the core things that we've already built, I think we got documented now. Except a lot of these things don't have this. Bleh. In fact, can I just... No, don't do that. Just comment it. Got it. All right, preview. You're driving me bonker sauce. Oh, now a GraphQL version. I want to. I think I should. I like what I like what GraphQL offers. I just need to learn it. Sit down and just give it a shot. Or 715, why don't you do a stream and you teach me for a change? How about that? This is cool too, because this is hooked up to my Toothpick Factory account. So whenever I hit push, save to my GitHub, and if you come over here to my GitHub account, Evently server actually pushes this file right here, which says it was 6 hours ago. Why do you lie to me? 7 hours ago. What's going on? Did you push like you said you would? No? Yes. Do the thing. Okay. I do everything the bad way. I'm sure that's false. I don't know. That could be your thing. Peter Juk says, Riker 66, and what would your friends say if they knew that you use an ad blocker? I don't know. That's a great question. Depends. Is their site doing ads? All right, let's see here. Okay, now that pushed. Refresh. There we go. So we have the latest code in here. So you guys are able to see if you're actually at all interested in helping out or just seeing what's going on with this project, it's here. You're going to delete the RAML file because RAML is another way of doing what I'm doing. But the other way, API B, Blueprint, I guess is supposedly the more popular way and has a lot more tools behind it. Supposedly. Make the web surfable again. Nice. All right, let's see here. Well, that's pretty good so far. I mean, for the documentation that I really wanted to do, I got in what I wanted. The ability to list events, create events, get events, update an event, remove event, add participants, remove participant. Yeah, I mean, we're going to need to add in some new ones where we'll create the API, or not the API, yeah, where you can get an API key or a client ID, well, an API key, so your servers can comment back and forth. Did you get my whisper? Oh, I see it here. Opening it up now. All right. I'm going to pull it over here. Brain spit. No description. 10 commits. So fancy. A project I made for myself to learn how GraphQL works. Love it. MySQL database, git clone, npm install. To do, add join, monster, and authentication. Sweet. You're a few days behind. I'm just kidding. App.use. Import Express body parser, and then Apollo Server Express. So, okay, cool. That's pretty legit, man. Modules. Less than 300. That's pretty cool. I always hate when somebody emails you and you email them back, but they never respond. Yes. The worst is job interviews. Because you will, like, you'll get called into the office to go do the on-site interview. You get in there, you do the interview, you feel like you knocked it out of the park. They loved you. And then radio silence. Until 6 months later, they call you up like, hey, we want to hire you. You go, sorry, guys, I already got another job. But yeah, I know what you mean. The worst. Okay. Well, cool. Well, this is pretty much built out. The next thing I need to do is I want to document out the getting a token, whatever that means. We'll figure that out. But thank you guys for coming. It's 10:30 my time, so that's my hour and a half. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the stream. If you guys haven't followed yet, follow. I stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So that's an hour and a half ago. But yeah, we stream code. Kind of anything that I'm learning or anything that you guys want to learn. In fact, if you subscribe, we dedicate an entire lesson to whatever topic you would like that deals with coding. And if even if it doesn't deal with coding, I'd be curious to hear what your request is. But cool. Thank you guys again, and hope to see you guys tomorrow. See you guys.